Okay, so the idea now is to talk about the difference between sensitivity and specificity in evaluating the test results of a test. If I have a test, I don't know, a medical test, which says if the patient is has the disease or doesn't have the disease, so I can take a test which is very sensitive, very specific. It has high specificity or high sensitivity. Now, sensitivity, what it says that look at the A test. What this test says is that all the positive, the diseased ones which are positive, I will catch, but some of the negative I will also catch. Namely, I can't 100% sensitivity test, I can't miss the positive ones. So if a sensitivity test like this tell you that you are negative to the disease, you are negative to the disease because every diseased patient he will catch. But the cons for this is that you will see that many negative patients will also be assigned as positive in the test. So it can be a good test for like screening because we won't miss the diseased ones. We will include some of the non-diseased one in the positive test, but we won't miss patients. Now about specificity, look at this test. What it says that I will catch and all the negative, the non-diseased patient will be classified as non-diseased. The downside is that also patient with the disease will classified as without the disease. So in high specificity test, 100% specificity test, everyone that will be classified as disease really has the disease because the specificity test say I want to know I want to catch all the negative ones. I don't know, I don't care how many false patients I will tell them that they are negative. I want to catch all the negative patients. So all the negative patients will be classified as not with the disease, but also patients with the disease will be classified as doesn't have the disease. So sensitivity says I want to catch all the true ones in the price of catching also some non-diseased one and telling them they are true. And the specificity test says that I want to catch all the negative ones in price of telling the negative some of the positive ones that they are negative. Namely, a sensitivity test won't miss the true, won't miss the positive patients. A specificity test won't miss the negative patients. If a sensitivity test tell you that you are not diseased, you are probably not diseased. If a specificity test tell you that you have the disease, you probably have the disease. In regard to formulas, you can see here the formula for sensitivity and specificity. You can see that sensitivity says I evaluate myself in regard to the true positive ones. The higher the sensitivity, the higher the true positive from all the real positive samples. Namely, 100% sensitivity test will catch all the positive ones, but also some of the negative ones will be included in the positive. So sensitivity tells you, okay, I will catch everyone. I won't tell anybody without a disease that it has the disease in the sensitivity test. I won't tell anybody that it doesn't have the disease that it has the disease because I'm sensitivity. Everyone that is true for the disease will be true in my test, but also some of the non-true, non-disease patients will also be told that they are diseased. This is a sensitivity test. It's good for screening tests, so we won't miss positive patients. Specificity test. One, what this test says. I want to catch. I want to know that if I say it's not a disease, so it's not a disease. No, I want to say that I catch all the not disease. So if I tell you that you have the disease, you have the disease. But some of the you don't have the disease patients that I tell them, they actually have the disease. Because what he said that true negatives are are the true negative are the one that he wants to catch. In price of telling non-diseased patients that they are negative. So if a specificity test tell you that you don't have the disease, maybe you do have, but if it tells you that you have the disease, you have the disease. Okay? So since specificity takes the true negatives and want to maximize it and divide by true negatives plus false positive, namely all the negatives in the data, and he calculate how many of the true negative that the test says are regarding to the negative ones in total in the data. Okay, I wish it was a little bit clear. It's quite uh, complex, but okay, I wish it was a little bit of help. Thank you very much. This was about sensitivity, screening test, and specificity. Very accurate test in telling you that if you have the disease, you have the disease. That's all. If there are any correction, please correct me.